a historical moment in NBA history on opening night of the 2024-2025 season. As Bronny James went towards the scores table in the second quarter, the fans at Crypto Arena went bananas. That hasn't stopped some media members from questioning the authenticity of the moment. While the legendary Griffeys were in attendance for the James family, many are saying it is manufactured, which takes away from the luster of it. The person who has been the most vocal about this is none other than Michelle Beadle, who was once an ESPN show host. Beadle was critical of LeBron and Bronny's commercial leading up to the actual game day.
All right, man, I got you. Yo. Come on.
Hey, Rook. Better not be late.
Yo, are you serious? Come on, man.
Hey, clean up my driveway. It's a mess.
Yo, you're too old for this. What's going on, bruh? Come on. You're way too old for this, man.
It is. I almost wish my family could just be kidnapped and taken hostage for life rather than ever seeing that again. So I don't know. Is that a 1? We don't see this necessarily as a moment a parent is giving a great opportunity to their child. It looks more like, now let's just say last night was the big 3 minutes in the NBA that Bronny James got. And all right, cool. It happened on opening night. You go to the G League, whatever happens, happens. Maybe you don't come back. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't ever have a real career. Then what this will always look like in the end is that it was more about LeBron. It was about LeBron's goals, LeBron's desire to be that guy. Always. And so for those of us who are just rolling our eyes at sort of what I call manufactured history, I actually feel for the kid, because you do a commercial like that, this kid who has not done anything yet, it looks bad. It's just bad optics.
After history was made, Beadle will go on a mini rant and criticize the whole thing as nothing more than a circus, making it about LeBron.
There was a large and loud contingent of people when Russell Westbrook was chasing the triple-double record, and it was sort of stat padding towards the end. And they were like, this is fake history. This is manufactured history. Russell Westbrook made it to the league on his own and did all that by himself. If this isn't manufactured, then I don't know what the word manufactured means. But again, I am not impressed, and I thought this was so ridiculous.
Fans will point out that Beadle's journalistic career didn't start off on her own merit, as it was revealed her father pulled strings with the Spurs to kickstart her career as she was busting tables prior. But why is Beadle so critical of James, one might ask? You'd be surprised to recognize it goes all the way back to the decision in which she openly mocked James for the ridiculousness of the whole fiasco.
Could have waited 20 minutes to put the little cast on. Like that's the bottom line, is if it was so bad, where was the cast after game 1, game 2, game 3? So now you're gonna do it after game 4, you just got swept. P.S. I don't know a single human being in the world who had a negative thing to say about the play of LeBron James. So you don't need sympathy in that regard. If anything, we already gave you a bunch of sympathy because of the team that you were stuck with. That being said, the cast could have been put on the minute you left the arena. Live your life. I'm sure somebody would have caught wind of it. We would have heard about this story amazingly at some point or another. Wendy would have told us. But to do it that way is just forcing the, what happened to your hand? And it had triple doubles with, I guess, with the broken hand now. So again, no one was knocking LeBron James. You didn't need a sympathy card. We already gave you sympathy.
Look, he's obviously the second greatest or third, depending on who you talk to, player of all time. And what he's about to do is remarkable, and the longevity is crazy. But yeah, personally, I have I can only think of a couple reasons why, and one of them was I made fun of the decision along with, I don't know, 75 million other talking heads at the time. And so it's always been awkward to me, but knowing now that he tried to have me actually fired is such a personal thing that no matter what, and I know people want to say, get over it, whatever. Well, you know what? Until LeBron James goes into your place of employment and asks for you to be fired, don't tell me to get over it. That's a weird thing for a guy on his level to do to somebody on my level. It's so stupid.
Beadle would claim that this decision will cause James and his team to get really aggressive in silencing her voice on the sports giant ESPN. As Klutch Sports has continued to expand and elevate, we've seen journalists with close ties to Rich Paul and James become more prominent voices. Beadle would go into detail about some of the things that happened in her career with James and his team.
Every single one of us has the option to like change everything up and go wherever the hell we want to go. Like I've never gotten. That's the thing about it. My mocking of the decision was strictly on a superficial optics level. As far as the message and what it was and what it meant for him moving, I don't care. Go wherever you want. That doesn't bother me. Like, it's a job. Take it where you want it. If you want, who doesn't want to live in Miami versus Cleveland? Good Lord. Like, are we even talking about that?
Has LeBron James contacted Eric Spitz in an attempt to get you removed from SiriusXM yet?
Not yet. Not that I know of. But you know, I hope they'll tell me if he does, because those are fun conversations.
Yeah. So, and for anybody who missed that, does not know, a couple years ago on your "What Did I Miss" podcast, you revealed that LeBron attempted to get you fired from ESPN, possibly because you joined a cast of millions in mocking the decision. Were you made aware of his attempt as it was happening, or was that something that you found out after?
No, I found out after, in like all the chaos that ensued sort of right after I left. All this other information started coming out. So I kind of knew I'd gotten wind of it right as I was leaving. And then more stuff came out and I was just like, what a crap show. Good Lord.
And I'm sure LeBron has since apologized to you.
Oh, he sent me so many flowers. How could I not forgive him?
What was it NBA Countdown that he wanted you removed from?
Yes, he wanted me replaced.
And then you were eventually replaced on Countdown by Rachel Nichols. So do you think that LeBron ended up having any influence over that decision, or
no? I mean, if he
by the
did,
time it happened, it was,
you know, if he did, it was short-lived. But you know, she did that to herself. So it's sort of one of those things where when I was on the outside watching it all crumble, I couldn't help but kind of laugh, because you know, you hear things, you know things, you're told things, and then you get to sort of stand away and watch the house burn. You're just like, holy cow! I didn't know how much of it was real and how much wasn't. And yeah, you know, he's a powerful dude. I mean, there's no getting around that. He is an empire and an entity upon himself, and he's in all the respect for building such a powerful entity on a name and doing it well. So yeah, people are going to listen. It just made me feel kind of sad. Like, why does it even matter? Or why do you want to have your input on a job that you don't have any? It's just, it was weird, but it was also going on in the middle of like such like garbage people doing garbage things, that it was just almost like the day that I was told about it was just like another like, yeah, that makes sense. That's where we are right now. I totally get it. And you know, whatever. He didn't get his way. No one got their actual way when it was all said and done, which is kind of the ultimate humor in the entire situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I will never know. And that's fine.
You don't want to know, like his team hasn't reached out, or no one said like,
they don't acknowledge me. I've been around them few times. Either my hand was ignored when I held it out for a handshake, or
no way.
Just my presence was just not even acknowledged, even though there were 3 people standing there. Like I'm telling you, it's like when you like, did I have a relationship with you that I don't remember? Like that's what it feels like. Like, did we break up badly? I don't know. I don't know you. I've never spoken with you.
Do you know what you did? Like sometimes I don't know what I did, and I did something stupid and I got drunk or whatever.
Right? Like that's what it feels like. It feels like, did I hook your wife up with somebody? Like, I don't know. It feels personal, and I didn't. I don't know them. And so, yeah, that's why I sort of stopped. I was just like, this is funny. This has been a funny little chapter of life. It is what it is. And, you know, he's one of the most powerful humans in Hollywood at the moment, which is kind of crazy as well. But, yeah, who knew? I mean, at least I don't think he has any pull at the Spurs, so I think I'm okay, at least for a while.
You know, there was a rumor that he got you fired from ESPN.
He tried.
So I can understand why you don't like him.
He did try,
so,
yep.
Oh,
he did try to do that. I was like, wow, I'm honored that I'm even on your mind. Thank you very much, sir. That's a weird place for me to be.
See, that's more personal.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't have no personal with him.
So my stuff with him started out not personal. I made fun of the decision like 400,000 other talking heads did at the time. And I think for some reason that was it. So it wasn't personal to begin with. It's obviously now it will always be personal, but
Beadle also recalled one time James slid in her DMs and posed the question, why are you so mean on TV? which Beadle laughed off and didn't take too serious. Little did she know, James and his team were dead serious. Athletes have become more powerful over time, and their influence on media narratives have been evident. On one hand, some can say James is taking opportunities from others on and off the floor. Many Lakers fans believe Quincy Olivari should have been on the Lakers roster opening night if it was strictly about basketball. Also, some could conclude Tristan Thompson was hand-selected for NBA Today by LeBron to help control his media narrative. But that has always existed to some degree. Michael Jordan would hand-select Amara Shai for interviews where the line of questioning would be along the lines with what he was comfortable with. As for Michelle Beadle, when you take a stance with honest takes in your journalism on a mainstream platform that plays the politics game, it'll always be some blowback. You have to take that into consideration and understand that's what you signed up for. Going up against LeBron James, as Klutch began to take off, presented a challenge for her career at ESPN. Also, she received some help from her father in her journalistic career she was unqualified for. Some can say that's different, but the core principles and setup remain the same between her father and LeBron. Set your children up with an opportunity you have access to. What do you guys think about this issue? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.